Hello and welcome to Forensics for 2017. My name is Natalie King and I am the head forensics coach here at Shawnee Mission South. You can see here I have lots of contact information. I have a Twitter account and Instagram, but the best way to contact me is through email, natalieking@smsd.org. If you have any questions about anything through the semester, feel free to send me an email and I reply as soon as I can. We also have other people helping us with forensics. Alongside me, Natalie King, the head coach, I have Reed Norman, Elisa Thayer, and Adric Tenuta. They help students in more capacities than I can, such as sponsoring at weekend tournaments or helping students with activities and events that I am not an expert in. And so they help at work nights, or they help on the weekends, or they help via FaceTime or other forms of media to get students prepared for certain events. And we also have Dr. John Johnson, who oversees our activity. About me, I went to Sumner Academy. I also have given all of my money to Emporia State University. I've been coaching debate since 2011, but forensics is my passion. I've been doing this for a long time, as you can see. I also teach English 9 here at Shawnee Mission South. And you can see my other distractions in life, my 2 little girls. That's an old picture, but it's so cute. I just can't get rid of it. What is forensics? Man, it's a whole lot of stuff. I hope that your student who is in forensics has told you what it is. They wrote down all of the events last week and have decided to start working on the one that they like the best. And so if you don't know what the events are, I would have them tell you, because there might be a quiz later of all of the different events you can do. There's speaking, acting, and debating. And so each student is working on their own individual event right now. Forensics is much more of an independent study than debate is, where debate, everybody is doing the same thing. Forensics, everybody kind of picks their own path and they work on it as they will. We still follow the same CASHA rules, NSDA, which is the National Speech and Debate Association, and the National Catholic Forensics League. All 3 offer competitive tournaments at the end of the season and have good awards too. I've provided the websites if you really want to know all the rules that they offer. It's a good read. Forensics is for everyone. Forensics is something I did in high school. I was a very shy person. I didn't want to be called on, but doing forensics helped me get out of that shell and learn how to handle myself in a public speaking situation. You learn lots of skills for the real world. You get to meet a lot of people. It's very fun. You improve grades, your public speaking, analytical problem solving skills. Today we're working on writing introductions for forensics pieces, which can be applied the next day in English classes. And so forensics can help students in all aspects of their life. Students are getting ready for competitions. And novice students or beginning students, this is their first year doing forensics. Anybody else is in advanced. There actually is no honors forensics, only honors debate, and I just didn't change the slide. The only real supply that a student will need is a prose binder. It's a smaller little 3-ring binder that's about 5 by 12, and I have some in the classroom, and there are also some you can purchase at like Office Depot. Students will need to prepare in class, and they'll also need to prepare at work nights. Work nights are when students come in to work with me or an assistant coach, and they assign a time with me to work, maybe 30 minutes here to work on some blocking, or 30 minutes here to work on a speech. Appointments are required. I don't like to sit here and no one comes in. I have other things I would like to do. Kids are usually shocked I have a life outside of the classroom, but they will just email me or talk to me in person about setting up those appointments. I'm okay with they set up appointments to FaceTime with other assistant coaches, and then those assistant coaches can vouch for it, or they can work with advanced members of the squad who I have designated mentors, and they can help students with their performances. And at home, ask your students about it. I usually find that they don't want to perform for their parents, which is pretty normal, but ask them about it, talk to them about it. Hopefully, maybe you can see their performance every once in a while. Maybe I'll record it and send it to you sneakily. Who knows? But just talk to them about forensics. It's a very exciting activity. We're preparing for weekend tournaments. Most everything is on Saturday. If a student is interested in Lincoln Douglas debate, on here is listed as LD, or Congress, those are only on Friday nights. Every other event is on a Saturday. And so when students sign up for tournaments, they should be prepared to give up a Saturday morning and afternoon. Usually the tournament, they need to get there by 7:30. Usually they're done about 4. And they do stuff all day long. They need to wear dress clothes. We'll get into that in a second. But they sign up, they're committed for the whole day. Even if they don't do well, they stay and watch the finals to steal ideas from other people. This is a pretty common practice in forensics. Novice students, the first years, need to go to at least 2, and the returning advanced students need to go to a minimum of 3. There is a dress code required for forensics. You need to be a little bit business casual, so no jeans, no sweatpants, no tennis shoes, slacks, nice outfit. It doesn't have to be as formal as debate with suit and tie and jacket required. It's a little bit casual, but not super casual. So there's this happy medium. Make sure it's comfortable because there's a lot of movement, so make sure shoes are comfortable. Make sure that if you're doing a performance that has a lot of movement, you're not accidentally exposing things you didn't want to. And so make sure the comfort, I think, is the number one thing. And I also told students in class, don't run out and get something tattooed across your forehead. Wait till the summer so that they look slightly professional for their performance in forensics. Going to tournaments, anything in district, South is defined as in Johnson County. The student will need to get themselves there. So if a tournament this weekend is at Shawnee Mission East, the student will have to get to Shawnee Mission East themselves or have a parent or a friend drive them. If it's out of district, which is out of Johnson County, so Sumner and KCK or Lawrence, Lansing, I will provide the transportation, usually by a school bus or van. And if a students can't drive themselves to an out-of-town tournament, it's not allowed. A parent can drive them with approval. And parents have to come in and talk to me and say, hey, so I know that the parent is picking them up. If you have any questions about that, just shoot me an email. We can work out case-by-case situations. Make sure it says debater, but forensic student eats breakfast. It's a long day. Sometimes lunch isn't available. Usually every tournament will provide a concession stand. It's a fundraiser for a forensic squad. Typically it's pizza. So bring cash. There's always some unhealthy snacks to buy. If you like healthy, I would recommend bringing food or bringing a sack lunch. And so typically the food is pizza and pop and candy and chips. If that's something you shouldn't be eating, then I would recommend bringing your own. They're usually done about 4 or 5 o'clock. Sometimes there could be a random Thursday tournament. There's a schedule that your forensic student has access to on their Google Classroom. If you want to know all the weekends that are available, ask them to show that to you, and you can see all the tournaments I intend to go to. The student doesn't have to go to them all, but that's the selection that they can pick from. And like I said, beginning novice students need to go to 2 and advanced need to go to 3. You can't go to more than 8. That's a CASA rule. There is another mandatory day that students are required to be at South. That is on February 18th. This is when South hosts a tournament. We do not compete because all of our judges will be biased. So students run the tournament. The students also recruit the judges. That's where the bias comes in. So there's 2 grades, the student physically being there on February 18th, and then the student recruiting judges for the tournament. More information will come out about this shortly, so ask your student about this. The only requirement to judge forensics is that you're out of high school. It's a really fun, exciting thing to watch. It's not as intense as debate if your student had taken debate. And forensics is very subjective, so we love having all kinds of people judge forensics. Some students might have a mandatory activity they must participate in on February 18th. That's fine. I just need an excuse email from a parent like you would to get a student out of school. I just want some documentation. And I need to know that really soon before I start assigning jobs. So February 18th is very important. Also think if you can donate to our concession stand or our hospitality room, we will need food also. Home tournament, like I said, if you can't be there, have the student talk to me and we can work out some way to make up points or to excuse from the grade. If a student is not going to be there on February 18th, they still have to recruit judges. Sometimes gets a little confusing. We need the judges, and it is a grade for this class. After students are done, the grade comes from weekend tournament participation, working at the home tournament, working in class. Sometimes it's easy to get hidden in the class and work on other things, but I do look for students contributing to other people's performances or demonstrating that they are working on class. Coming to work nights. At the end of the year, we'll do some projects to complete the semester, and those will be good ways to celebrate what all we've done this season, and those will go into the final grade for forensics. You can letter in forensics. I know the slide says debate, but you can letter in forensics also. You have to go to a minimum of 4 tournaments. You must qualify to state, have a good attitude in class, keep an A all semester, and attend a weekly work session with me or an advanced debate student or an assistant coach. If I didn't cover anything or you still have more questions, please email me. Both of those emails go to the same inbox. That's my classroom phone number. One thing I didn't mention on here is that when your student signs up for a tournament, I will individually email those parents about that weekend. So if a student, Sam, signs up for a tournament this weekend at Shawnee Mission East, I will email Sam's parents and Sam all of the information about that specific tournament. They need to be there at 7:30. This school offers this concession stand, bring this money. This should run on time, so they'll be done at 4:30. So each week you'll get a specified email. If your student isn't signed up for that weekend, you won't get an email. So if you have any questions, never hesitate to email me. I hope to see a lot of you at parent-teacher conferences on February 2nd. And I hope this was informative. And email me if you have any questions. Thanks.